Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. Assigned by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Excellency the Chairman of the State Council takes part in the Indian Ocean Dream Association Summit in Jakarta. Demand on the international bonds issued by the Sultanate exceeds $20 billion. His Excellency, the Undersecretary of the Ministry of Manpower for Labour Affairs, says allowing to work after study hours with a salary is a step worked upon by the Ministry for university and college students. And the Conference on Technological Changes discusses the significance of innovative services to enrich the experience of the customers. Live from the news center of the Sultanate of Oman television, here we present to you the details of tonight's news bulletin. Leaders from Australia, South Africa and Indonesia welcomed a Concord prioritizing security and stability in the Indian Ocean today during concluding remarks at the end of the 2017 Indian Ocean Dream Association IORA Leaders Summit in Jakarta. Leaders from the 21-nation IORA met today in the Indonesian capital and signed the Jakarta Concord, an agreement laying out targets and guidelines for future cooperation, ensuring maritime safety and security, which is considered key for the member states who hope to bolster the movement of goods and people among the member states, was high on the agenda. The Concord also included an agreement related to female empowerment. Indonesian President Joko Widodo, this year's summit host, said that one thing that is most important and is the greatest wish of IORA leaders is to make the Indian Ocean a region that is safe and peaceful. The 2017 summit marks the 20th anniversary of the association's funding. The next IORA chair will be South Africa. His Excellency Dr. Yahya bin Mahfouz Al-Mandri, Chairman of the State Council, led the Sultanate's delegation to the summit. In his speech at the summit, the Indonesian President Joko Widodo called the member countries to come out with the solutions for challenges faced by the Indian Ocean Dream. He pointed out that member countries should share their viewpoints, which include or could help find and invest significant opportunities available and ways to sort out some obstacles facing small and medium enterprises, women and youth. He affirmed the importance of the technology-based trade considered an attractive and promising investment. The Sultanate took part in the meeting of our foreign ministers held in the Egyptian capital, Cairo. Ahmed Abul Ghait, Secretary General of the Arab League, referred during the meeting adhering to the two-state solution to settle the Palestinian-Israeli dispute and confirming that the Israeli government seeks to undermine this solution by expanding settlements that prevent the establishment of an interconnected Palestinian state. The Arab foreign ministers discussed during the meeting a number of draft resolutions, mainly addressing the transfer of diplomatic missions to Jerusalem. The Sultanate's delegation to the meeting is led by His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs. The demand on the international bonds issued by the Sultanate reached more than $20 billion, which was oversubscribed 4 times from the initial issuance value of $5 billion. This reflects the trust of the international financial institutions and investors towards the national economy, as well as the Omani banking system in general. It also shows the satisfactions of these institutions of the procedures taken by the government to cover the gap in the sharp decline of the government revenues due to the international decline in oil prices. Allowing to work after study hours with a salary is a step worked upon by the Ministry of Manpower for university and college students in cooperations with the private sector. That was stressed by His Excellency Hamid bin Khamis Al Amri, Undersecretary of the Ministry of Manpower for Labour Affairs, in a statement to the Sultanate of Oman Radio and Television. A conference entitled Technological Changes and Developments of Customer Experience was held in the Governorate of Muscat. More details in the following report.
The conference discussed the latest developments and updates related to the usage of modern technology and its role in the banking sector. It was organized by Bank Muscat with a wide participation from a number of speakers and experts in the field of information technology. It also focused on the significance of innovative services to enrich the experience of the customers, as well as the principles of applying digital technology in the banking sector. The conference also witnessed discussion sessions on enhancing e-payment services by benefiting from the successful experiments in this field. The conference came within the framework of contributing in the efforts of the country towards e-government, as well as enhancing the implementation of the national strategy for Oman digital society. It's worth mentioning that the banking sector in the Sultanate during the last few years witnessed an excellent growth as a number of banks started using smart applications, and various transactions nowadays are done through the internet and smartphone applications, which are easy to use and save a lot of time.
Still to come in our news bulletin. A very special school funded by a charitable trust near Mumbai in India marks its first anniversary this year. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The Cultural Heritage Draft Law forwarded from the Council of Ministers and the report of Media and Culture Committee topped the discussions of the State Council office meeting. The office also reviewed the willingness of the Social Committee to study the Omani national strategy to limit accidents. In addition, a visual show was presented to introduce the Omani Partnership Authority and its specializations and goals. The meeting also focused on a number of reports on the decisions and activities of committees. Bilateral meeting between establishments and investors from the Sultanate and India focused on promising investment opportunities offered by the Sultanate. The meeting were organized by the Public Authority for Investment Promotion and Exports Development ITRA in the Indian capital, New Delhi. The first meeting aimed at acquainting Indian participants with the potentials of the Sultanate as a strategic partner for India. It also sought to enhance economic cooperation and shed light on the investment climate in both countries. It also highlighted potential aspects of cooperation in the two countries. The participating Omani companies delivered brief presentations on their business field, expressing a desire to communicate directly with Indian businessmen. The participating Indian businessmen stressed the importance of such meetings in highlighting economic and investment fields in the Sultanate of Oman. Oman oil price May 2017 delivery rose 46 cents to reach $54 and 77 cents per barrel, according to the Dubai Mercantile Exchange. The average price of Oman oil March 2017 delivery has reached $53.90, thus $1.21 per barrel higher than February 2017 delivery. Sharia-compliant financing took great steps towards development in the Sultanate. It is only 5 years since the 18th of December 2012. Oman Islamic Finance Forum aims to raise awareness on Islamic finance market and shed light on challenges facing this sector and ways to deal with them. The Sharia-compliant finance sector acquired more than 10% of banking activity in the Sultanate despite short period since its start with 2 banks and 6 Islamic windows. This sector will play a greater role in future development plans as it attained the trust of many investors. 20 public and private establishments displayed a number of job and training coupled with employment opportunities at Employment and Training Exhibition in the Higher College of Technology in Al Khuer. Around 47,000 job seekers are registered in the Sultanate till the end of January, as per statistics issued by the National Center for Statistics and Information. Some innovations were showcased by graduates at the exhibition, stressing their capability to translate the theoretical side of their study into reality at the workplace. Deprived of an education as children, a handful of Indian women, most of whom are widows and aged between 60 and 90, are finally fulfilling a lifelong dream to become literate through an initiative near Mumbai. Here is a detail of that report.
Learning to read and write at a unique school in rural India. These women are all aged between 60 and 90 and are finally fulfilling their lifelong dream of becoming literate.
I never went to school as a child. It feels great to come now and study with my friends.
As children, these women stayed at home or worked while their brothers got an education. Now, for 2 hours every day, they come to grandmother's school, as it is known in the local Marathi language.
When we used to go to the bank, we had to give thumbprints. It was embarrassing and there was a stigma attached. Now I feel proud and happy because I can sign my name.
The school, 120 kilometers from Mumbai, is funded by a charitable trust and marks its first anniversary this year. The man behind the initiative says the school, including its colourful uniform, is challenging traditional attitudes and can be an example to other villages.
Most of the grandmothers are widows and are meant to wear white while mourning. We wanted to break this taboo and other older traditions to make every person feel they're equal and part of the community, without any discrimination on the basis of poor or rich. So pink was chosen.
Come the end of the day, it's time to head off for the 29 pupils. Often, there's homework to be done, sometimes with a little help from the grandchildren.
And now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate with chances of low clouds and fog over the governorate of South Sharqiya and Al Buremi. Winds will be northwesterly light to moderate. Seas will be slight to moderate with a maximum wave height of 1.5 meters. is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Leaders from the 21-nation IORA signed the Jakarta Concord, laying out targets and guidelines for future cooperation, ensuring maritime safety and security. Demand on the international bonds issued by the Sultanate exceeds $20 billion. His Excellency, the Undersecretary of the Minister of Manpower for Labour Affairs, says that allowing to work after study hours with a salary is a step worked upon by the Ministry for university and college students. And a conference on technological changes discussed the significance of innovative services to enrich the experience of the customers. With that, we come to an end of tonight's news bulletin from all of us here at the newsroom and the studios. It's goodbye.